How are you today? This is webinar number 2, and I hope that you were able to watch number 1, and this will be somewhat repeating but also adding on. So don't worry if you haven't watched number 1, watch this one, and then if you need to, you can go back and see what you missed from webinar 2, but I just want you to keep moving forward. So you should have a couple of things that you've been adding to your repertoire of things that will help you build your life and your USANA business. The whole thing is we're doing those simultaneously, creating the life we love, which will hopefully create some time freedom. Might not seem like it at this point, but eventually. And the life, the health, everything kind of works together. We're in a health business, so we want to be as healthy and fit and have as much energy as we possibly can. So a couple things you want to have nearby: your journal that you're writing in, things that come up, thoughts about yourself, your building, your business, questions you might have for me. I hope you're using our Facebook forum page to see what I've been posting, but also it's really meant for you so that you can put questions, and that's what I'll be adding into our trainings. I'm trying to consolidate our training that it's basically formatted on this system of the weekly action plan. So you have to do the weekly action plan every Saturday or the latest Sunday, and then send it over to me so that we could then have a discussion during the course of the week. Especially if you're new, you're still entitled to my one-on-one mentoring. So that could be once a week for right now, and then we'll be moving it out as you build your team and you don't need me quite as much. But anyway, that weekly action plan, I'm doing it every week, and I would like you to as well, because part of it is building your business, but it's also building your life on the right side. And I kind of need to know where you are and what you want to be doing and achieving to be able to help you. So the weekly action plan is very important. So you should also have a pen handy and a notebook, so you could be taking notes about what I'm talking about. Have your water. Very important to be drinking your water. I notice I've been a little depleted lately after my surgery, not drinking enough water. Very important. Dream board, mine's right behind me. I redid it a couple weeks ago, and I'm very happy with it. I keep adding to it. So I hope you have a dream board. And if you don't know how to make one, see my files in our Facebook Team DLI group, and there's a section on dream boards. And keep checking in the files because I'm adding new material all the time. And then also how to be ragingly successful. So I have that on my dream board, and I also wrote it out on here. Some little things that I say to myself. So this is my binder that has a lot of this training in it. I believe in myself. I'm ragingly successful and happy. There is a solution to every challenge, and I find it. Fear is my friend, and I conquer and push through it. So make these your own. So maybe start with this and then kind of create something that gives you power and something feeling good. I always persevere. I am love, and all that I do is rooted in love. I'm in gratitude, and I'm generous. So there's so much negative stuff that's coming to us all the time, especially if you watch the news, which I don't do anymore, that we want to be constantly putting in new positive information. So please work on that. And the more positive we can get, the better we will feel and the better everything will go. So thank you for being here, for watching, for being on our Facebook group, and for really playing full out and knowing that you're in the right place, and this is going to be fun. So on Sundays, some of you I know go to church or whatever you do, that's great. So do your playtime, maybe set a little time if you can to plan your week. And if you can't do it on Sunday, they'd be planning on Saturday. And so if we play plus plan, that makes profit for us. And especially down the road, the consistent action. It's like the same thing like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym once and have the best body and health of your life. This is a consistent forward action. So it's a journey. Sometimes it feels like we can't and we want to get to a destination, but if we keep going consistently, we will get there. So again, do that weekly action plan, Saturday or Sunday, but Saturday for sure. And that's really a non-negotiable to be part of my team and to be moving forward. So come to this seminar with the beginner's mind. Some of this might be repetitive, but it helps to sink things in over time. So instead of thinking, oh, I already know that, be listening, and maybe you'll fine tune something that just tweaks whatever you're doing just a little bit better. And if you have pointers for me, I'm always open to hear what you have to say. So works both ways. I'm learning from you and you're learning from me. So we all can always be learning. Even as a speaker, sometimes I hear something and I could change the way I'm doing something. So be thinking, what else can I be learning? What else do I need to know? What do I need to be doing? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how successful am I at doing those things? And do I know what we're talking about well enough to teach to my team? Because this is going to be the way that we are working with our team. So what are we doing with the weekly action plan? So we want to break it down and make it simple. So we want to keep your vision. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes because I want to make sure I cover everything with you. So we want to make our vision as big and as clear as we can. So that's part of what the vision board is. So some of us learn by seeing, reading, doing. But successful people have something in common. They set some kind of plan and they move towards it. And it makes them stronger and stronger, and their vision gets stronger and stronger and tighter. So I actually just read a good book, and then I reread it. Somehow I don't even know where I got this book, The Instant Millionaire, A Tale of Wisdom and Wealth by Mark Fisher. I'd recommend that you get it. And actually, what I've realized is a lot of these books come from or stem from content from Think and Grow Rich, which was written in the 1930s by Napoleon Hill. So I would recommend that as well. It just takes a little longer to read. And this Instant Millionaire can be read pretty quick. And it's a pretty easy story, but there's some very good pointers. And I'm now in the point, I already lined it up, wrote on it. I'm at the point of going back, and I dog-eared some pages of things that I actually need to do. And so there's some simple mantras in here. Basically, his idea is that within 6 years, any of us could be a millionaire. So if that interests you, and a millionaire in assets, not just you made $1 million, that you actually have the million in either real estate, stocks, etc. In stocks, that's something I'm learning more and more about every day. So if that interests you, talk to me. But anyway, I'm always reading something that I'm filling my mind with positive same. So even if it takes 10, 15, 20 minutes in the morning and same at night, you can get a book done in a month, or maybe even more than that, more books. And also be listening to CDs. So I sometimes put up some good posts of things that I'm listening to, and I hope you find some and post them as well. I don't want to give you too much information, but I'm doing more than I'm showing you. So just know that. I never offer you something I'm not already doing myself. So successful people, again, are always sharpening their vision, knowing where they want to go. And they keep dreaming big, and the bigger the better. And you've got to create some emotion with what you're trying to create. You have to feel something for it. So we attract who we are. So the better we become, the better clients and people that we will attract, and the better team. We want a dream team. So be looking at the successful people that you know and be thinking, how can you be more like them? And then also the 7 ragingly successful pointers. How could you embody those, and how can you make them part of your life? So do you want to be an amazing person? What's that going to look like? So that's the action part, is the doing. So on our little weekly action, we have the be. So who do I want to be? What do I have to do to actually get there? And then to have the things that I say that I want to have. And then that's where also having an accountability partner comes in. For some of you, I'm the accountability partner, and that's great. But I'd also like you to partner up with people in our Facebook group and meet once a week, especially on the week that you're not watching this webinar, and go over the weekly action plan with them. And if you have questions, bounce it off each other, and then talk about, well, I said I was going to approach 5 people and I only approached 2. What happened? I was going to present to 3 and I didn't do any. And I think you'll find that it's really helpful to have an accountability partner in many ways in life. So I have accountability partners for workout. I have accountability partners for my USANA business. Now I just added an accountability partner for the stock class that I'm in. So you want to be having someone that you're accountable to. And then we want to increase our vibration, our love. Now, this was something that was very foreign to me and I wasn't open to until recently. But how do we do this? Doing things that we love, being with people that we love, listening to music that we enjoy, looking at things that we enjoy, being out in nature. So whatever kind of rocks your boat, makes you happy, that's the kind of thing you need to be doing every day. And then helping other people. Of course, that always feels good. Sometimes when we have problems, we get so caught up in our own problem and we forget that maybe someone else needs us or someone else has worse problems. And if you get into helping someone else with their problems, you often forget about your own. So vision, we're going to be using our dream board for that and keep adding to it and changing it, engage with it, and really try. I move mine around my house. Right now it's right here behind me in my office, but usually at night then I move it into my bedroom and I look at it before I go to bed and again first thing in the morning. And not just like a glance, but really going through like step by step and reading or looking at what it is I have on there. And that's something I'm working on more and more. And then the core elements of this program, so the vision board, the being, so the 7 success pointers, your weekly action plan, your accountability partner, and doing everything with love. Those are the 5 core elements. And you have to make this a consistent practice. And if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, oh, there's just too much to know, I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to present, go back to these 5, and then you'll feel better, and then step back and then see, okay, now I can go and do whatever it was I was going to do. But the whole goal is that we're getting more successful, happier, and then we're going out to the world and bringing that to other people. So I'm doing my weekly action plan. I wrote it down. Things have to be in writing, actually, to get done. Keeping a schedule. I have my to-do list down there, and then my most important things. So I already got some of mine done today. Doing this webinar was one of my most important things. I'm getting it done. Then I can cross it off my list. So happy people have a balance. They set their goals, and they bring integrity to themselves because they actually do what they said they were going to do. So many people, we know some of them, they come out strong. They're going to do this, this, and this. And they do the first thing, and oh, too hard. I'm not going to lose that weight, or I'm not going to keep going to the gym. I'm sore now today. But we have to keep moving. So we've got to set our goals, and we've got to live up to what we said we would do, keep our consistent behavior to ourselves, and then especially to our accountability partners as well. Sorry, I got to clear my throat here. Let me have a little bit of water. So that weekly action plan is about saying you're going to do something and living in integrity and really doing it. And the more you do that, even if it's something little, the better you're going to feel about yourself and build confidence and feel good. So if for some reason you haven't done something, by Saturday you realize, oh my gosh, the week got away from me, I didn't do what I said I was going to do, don't beat yourself up, but start over. Every week is a new week. So then try and do 2 business items. So the business items are on the left, and at least 1 personal item from the right side. No matter what, you should be able to get that done every week. And then when things get easier and life improves, and maybe it's not holiday time, you could do everything that's on here. And the reality is you should be able to do about at least 80% of what you said you were going to do on your weekly action plan. And if not, maybe you're putting too much on here. So make it simple for yourself and make it something that's fun and kind of gives you a goal to, oh yeah, I can do that. So write down what you know you can do and a little bit more and stretch yourself, and then do it. And so if something doesn't get done, push yourself, but don't beat yourself up. So really successful people, they fall off too. Like I've watched the Olympics and someone falls off the beam, but the difference is they get up quickly and they brush themselves off and they get back on. Now I realize with myself, I've done some things that I felt I screwed up, and it bothered that maybe I didn't try it again for a long time. And that was a mistake. I needed to make some corrections and get right back into it quickly. And that's what really, really successful people do. And that's what I'm working on doing more and more. So in your journal, you can write about what you learned about yourself, what you learned that week, and how you could coach your team, because you're all going to have teams. And you can have them be listening to this, but I want you to start creating something of your own to teach to your team. So we all go through fear. We all have emotional problems. Sometimes we overeat or whatever. We don't want to get out of bed, but learn to pick yourself up quickly and move on. And otherwise, it just holds you back, and the fears can eat away, and we don't want to live in fear. So we want to set our goals, and that's the mindset of the weekly action plan. Stay in integrity with what we said we would do by actually doing it. And even if you get derailed, pick yourself up, get back on quickly, get back on track, either that week or soon, the next week. Do 2 business things at least every week, and 1 life thing that you said you would do. And you're going to feel great because you are living more in integrity with yourself. And so set something that's realistic and then do a little bit more. And so also what you might want to do is you might want to, like the 7 pillars of your vision and believing in yourself, you might want to, however it works for you, create a binder like I have with some of these sayings on the front. And I've put different sections in here, creating my day, homework, weekly action plan. So I filed the previous ones away, and then I could look at them again. And it's also a good reminder, because maybe I have someone's name on the weekly action plan that I was going to present to. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but it reminds me, oh, I was supposed to follow up with that person. So we want to make systems that create a way of us doing something that gets easier and easier. So sometimes we have fear, and I just ordered a book and I haven't gotten it yet. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So I'm going to read that. That's on one of my to-do lists. I'm continuously reading these books. These are just some of the ones I've read recently. I have a whole library of books. Some of them I'll lend to you, but if they're the ones that I write up, I'm not lending them to you unless I have an extra copy. But what I've realized is sometimes it's good to go back and after you've read a book, review it again and then actually take some notes in it. So I'm either writing notes in my journal or depending on the book and how long, then I have, like this is my Think and Grow Rich copy of notes that I made several years ago, like 2 years ago. And then what I also did, I know I go overboard with this, maybe it sounds, but I also recorded my notes. In the past couple mornings when I'm up early, I've been listening to my own voice of my notes from that book. And that helps, because what we need to be doing is working on our subconscious, because our subconscious actually doesn't know the difference between reality and not reality. So the more we tell ourselves something, we can actually force our subconscious mind to believe it. So if you tell yourself, I'm making $100,000 this year. In 2015, I'm going to make $250,000. And you keep saying that to yourself. Your mind will then create a plan to make that happen. So feel the fear. We all have fear, and do it anyway. So I'm looking forward to that book. So self-coach yourself of what you said you would do, what you thought maybe was a solution, it didn't work out, but what you would do differently. And if you did something great, compliment yourself on that and learn what you're doing right and then what needs to be changed. And so sometimes we have to do a little tough love, even with ourselves, of, I said I would do this, but I didn't do it, and I'm afraid to do it, but you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. And think about in your life, there have been times where you were afraid to do something, and then you did it, and you felt great, and you often realized it wasn't as hard as you anticipated it would be. So this whole building our business and creating our life, we have the power to control what it is we want. And really, it's in your mind. So the more and more of these books I read, there's such common themes, and the whole commonality of most of them is about what Napoleon Hill said years and years ago, 1933, so almost 100 years ago, 80 years ago, is first you have to think something, then you have to believe it, and then you have to go out and do it. So first you have to conceive it, believe it, and then you take action and do it. Does that make sense? And so different people word it in different ways, or another one, you think about things, thoughts, create feelings, create actions, create results. So whatever wording works for you, but it all starts from the thought. So be persistent and consistent and never give up. So this is a learning curve, and the more you do, the better you get. So allow yourself to fall. So sometimes you don't know if you're going to be good at something until you actually do it. But if you do fall, get up, know that I'm here to help you, and so is the team. Ask questions, and then keep moving forward. So successful people are not afraid of failing. They try things, they figure it out, they figure out what works, maybe it doesn't work, and they aren't afraid. And even if they are, they do it anyway. So stop worrying about what people think and just go out and build what you want to build in your life and have a ragingly successful life. So embody these principles, and I'm doing my best to do the same. And I would love your help to help me so we can be working together on this. Okay, so reviews. So you want to be reviewing your dream board. If you don't have one, work on it soon. Create little sayings that inspire you, pictures, things like that. You want to keep your vibration high. You want to get excited. You want to have fun. So on my phone, I have my playlist, which something keeps happening to my music and it keeps going off, but I've got to fix that up again. So I play those songs in the morning. There'll be different songs for me than for you. You want to be working on your personal development. So maybe 10 minutes in the morning listening to something inspirational, 10 minutes at night, reading for 10 minutes. But there's lots of things to be doing. So I would highly suggest the Think and Grow Rich book, this Instant Millionaire book, But read one book, review it, really sink it in, and then let's talk about it, because I would also consider doing a book club if some of you are interested. So I'm also going to be adding more and more things to the form file of our Facebook group. So check there for things I've already put in there, but how to invite, how to present. A lot of people like to use the Health and Freedom presentation. That's my personal favorite for a one-on-one, or if I'm helping you, that's what I'm going to use most likely with your person. So I use a little sheet first to find out what I call my pre-presentation, what that person wants and why. And so you said you want to lose 40 pounds. Why do you want to lose it? And then that helps gear me towards how I can help them giving the presentation and focus more, say, on reset in that example. So there's different ways to do a presentation. We can also, if the person doesn't live near us, we have some videos we could send. And then how you get good at doing presentations is doing it over and over. And you want to be able to also do them and train other people how to do them, because you all want to have a very successful business and team. And this does require a team. So we want to recharge on the weekend. Or however you do your business, you want to have at least 1 or 2 days where you're feeling like you're getting your energy back and you're moving forward and you're having some fun. But you also want to be planning for your work. And then you want to be doing your to-do lists in your book, however you do your schedule, and then your most important things. Pick 3 most important things. Maybe they're USANA related, maybe not, each day to get them done. And then it really feels good when you cross them off. So this is time management. Then mantras. So I've been adding more and more mantras, and now I started adding some to my little journal, and I'm putting them in the back of my book. And a couple of mantras that I just got out of that Instant Millionaire that I liked is, be still and know that I am God. Now at first I thought, that's kind of interesting, but I do believe we all are kind of God. And then every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. And that just feels good saying. Sometimes I forget the exact wording, but he suggests you say each of those 50 times out loud in the morning and at night, and actually to kind of say them in somewhat of a monotone voice, because you're just trying to get them into your brain. But sometimes if you say some of these things in a more excited way, that helps too. So be creating your own mantras, your own sayings that inspire you. So remember, we have to schedule things, otherwise it doesn't happen. Everything is figure outable. There's a solution to everything, and know that you could be the one who finds the solution. So play plus plan is profit. Breathe and decrease your stress. So have you ever been in a really stressful time and you realize that if you take some deep breaths, it really does help? So know that you've got this, have fun, and let gratitude interrupt anxiety. So that's another little saying that I really like. So if you're feeling anxious, think about the things that you're actually happy for. So also be thinking about your biggest ahas and what comes to mind, and what you could bring into your business and life. So what's your personal quote or mantra? And I'd like you to post it on our Facebook group for the others to see. I'll post some of these mantras. So some might be like live, love, experience life, have a great time, whatever it is. So tell me what yours might be. And it could change as you're moving along in your life. So I'll be posting some mantras. I'd like you to look at them. I'd like you to add some. And feel free to post some inspirational pictures too that have either writings or they're just inspiring. So be continuously adding or looking at the files, because I'll be adding things. And then again, the to-do list, extremely important, and be thinking about your most important things that you want to get done. So one of the things I didn't really think about, but stress, when we feel stressed out, it's really fear, like, can I do this? And so put yourself in a place of, yes, I can do it. And you know what? I realize in talking to some of you, we all go through stress. And when I hear some of the things that you're going through and the stresses in your life, it's a reflection of some of the things that are going on in mine sometimes. And hearing yours, not that I want you to have problems, but it helps me realize, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one who feels this way. She feels this way. I'm not going to mention names now, or she feels this way. And talking to you and trying to help you with your problems helps me with mine. And I know that sounds kind of weird, and it's not that I want you to have problems, but if you think about times in your life that a friend came to you, so it might make you reflect and realize, one, either your problems aren't actually as bad as you thought, or It makes you realize, oh my gosh, it seemed like she had everything going for her. And that's probably how it seems to other people about my life. And here I'm dwelling on something so stupid. Let's just let it go and move on. So when we stay busy, and I'm not saying stay so busy that you don't think about what you're doing, but stay busy, focused busy, concentrating on the things that are important to ourselves and our family and our business and that make us happy and feel good. So be moving those forward every day as opposed to dwelling on all the things that are wrong. And we all know people who, no matter what, they're having a terrible day. And some of those people, they could be in your own family. I've got some in mind that you just, I hate to be mean, but you can't spend that much time because they will drag you down. So we all have little things now and then, but we have to be able to pick ourselves up and push past them and help each other do that. So again, back to that to-do list, that's basically your brain dump of, I know you probably all have to-do lists, and sometimes I have mine in multiple places, sometimes on little Post-its. This was today's most important things, and this is the second one I've got done. So my next one, paying bills, always fun. So anyway, make sure you get those most important things done. If you got 3 done a day, that would now be 15 a week that you got done. And once you feel good that you got some important things out of the way. And if it's a big item, like say doing your taxes, you might block out a time that every day you're working on it for an hour, as opposed to, oh my gosh, this is just so endless, I can't get this done. And then I do like Carmen's idea of eating your frog before noon. So the thing that you really don't want to do, you should work on before noon and get it done. And it often feels so good just to have it done. And usually it doesn't turn out as bad as you were thinking it would be. So break those bigger things, though, down into little things. So I'm going to post the homework, but I'm just going to mention what it is. So 3 aha moments from this webinar. You can write them in your journal. And I'd also, if you would be so kind, to post them on our Facebook group. What you are committed to after this webinar in your business and your life. Your 3 favorite mantras, either from what we're talking about or that you're creating, and your personal mantra. And then your challenge is to do your most important things in your to-do list and to be working on that, and to look at the homework and the weekly challenges and the monthly challenges I'll be adding. And since we're close to the new year, I am going to repeat these. Since some of you are watching, some aren't, I'm probably going to, in January, just start with webinar 1 again. We'll see, or I may move on to 3. I haven't completely decided. But we want to be taking action, and that's the key thing. So whatever that means to you. And I'm not charging you for this. I took a course, I think you know, with Carmen Marshall. It cost me $300 to get the same information I'm sharing with you for free. And I may take her next course, which is starting in January. So if you're watching this, let me know if you want to take it too. It's going to be very similar to this, but from her perspective, and it will be $300 if you sign up like this week. Otherwise, it goes to $400. So I'll be posting that also on our Facebook group. So do some self-coaching, and then if you have your accountability partner, be working with them. I'm here to help you as well. And then what do you think is your number 1 obstacle? And I'd like you to write that in your journal. And so your 1 obstacle in life and your business right now. And then write down 2 solutions, and then brainstorm with your accountability partner of what solutions you could come up together. Maybe you offer them some solutions and they offer some to you. So I'm giving you as much as I can. I'm giving you my all, and the rest is up to you. I can't force you. I can't push you. We're all grown-ups. We're all in business for ourselves. So you have to take action, and that's really what is key here. Break through your barriers. Don't be afraid. You will help people. This is a business that we help people. And you help yourself creating what you need and help others see what it is that they want to create, and you help them do that. So I believe in each of you. I want you to believe in yourself. Know that you can do this and that others are here to help you and that you're a leader, and have fun and take action. So I'm going to be posting this. I hope that you watch it, and I hope you let me know that you watch it. Okay, take care and have a wonderful day. I will talk to you and see you soon.